Sir, there is news coming out in Delhi. The lawyers' canteen at Delhi High Court has temporarily stopped serving main course because of the LPG shortage. In a notice issued on Wednesday, the canteen management said that lack of gas cylinders had made it impossible to cook regular meals. From Bihar to Bangalore, from hotel to households. Sir, every street, every individual, every family, the growing panic is disturbing them. The shortage of LPG supply, the way the government has dealt with the war crisis, it is becoming a burden on us. Sir, I must say, the government is creating two crises. One, the surrender crisis, and second, the cylinder crisis.
Same.
Sir, every headlines, LPG crisis in India, long queues outside Noida, Lucknow, Delhi, Bhubaneswar. Sir, everywhere, every state, every cities, every households, they all are in distress. And the government is not finding time to discuss the LPG issue in this parliament. When LOP gave a notice, the government is not ready to discuss this. When crores of Indians are in distress, sir, where will we discuss these issues other than the parliament? Why we are elected and why we are here? To talk about those issues. But the government is not ready to address those issues. The government is not ready to open this floor for those issues. Sir, every headlines, LPG PNG supply crunch starts to choose output at packaged food units. Sir, gas supply for homes, vehicles get distress, oil shock for Indian kitchens. Sir, read every headline, understand what is happening around. And the government must respond and react to that. The government could have been proactive. Instead, we are already in a distress, we are already in trouble, we are already facing this shortage. So, on behalf of India Bloc and every Indian, we strongly ask the government to discuss the LPG shortage on this floor immediately. Sir, since January, new work is not being allotted. 1/3 of the population survives on less than 100 rupees a day, and this government has laid their hands on Manrega. We all know that, which is killing the normal people, common poor people of this country. Sir, we must say that. We must say that government must bring back our Manrega project, because it was the lifeline of common people in this country. So the inequality, when the inequality widens, this is the way the government approaches. Sir, what is the government approach on Indian rupee? Sir, we heard tall claims from then Gujarat Chief Minister about rupee vs dollar comparison. Sir, then countries like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. The statement holder was then Chief Minister of the Gujarat. Now he is the Prime Minister of India. Now let us know to whom India's rupee is competing with. What is the situation, sir? We all know it took 1,815 days for Indian rupee to stoop to 65 to 70. At least, mic was off. At least the member from Treasury benches, may have understood that even the details of the demand was circulated this morning or last midnight. Was it according to the rules and procedures? Sir, rules and procedures apply to everyone, not the opposition benches, to the Treasury benches also. When Nishikant Dubey speaks in this parliament, how many rules and procedures was applied to his speeches, his words, his remarks? So it does not apply. It does not apply to the opposition benches. It applies to the Treasury benches also. He has got separate rules and procedures that no other member has. Sir, I must say, in this crisis, silence is not diplomacy. It is surrender, complete surrender, which has happened to our country. Who will address those Indians who work hard for their family and the countries? How they will come back? What special arrangement is being done for them? The people in GCC, the difficulties that they are facing right now, that must be addressed. The government must be ready to discuss this on the floor The government must ensure that action must be taken. But where the Prime Minister has not got time, ma'am, he is busy electioneering. The Treasury benches must say that the Prime Minister, he must remind himself that he is not just an election engineer, he is the Prime Minister of this country, an elected Prime Minister of this country. Sir, he went to Kerala the other day. Now there is a case in High Court where the High Court itself has asked the government, where is the aims for Kerala? The government reply was, it is not included in PMSSY this phase also. Why it is not included, ma'am? Why after 12 long years, the offered aims is not being declared in Kerala? Why? Because the people of Kerala condense their seats to 0 to 1 always, less than 1 always. Is that the reason? No other valid reason is being placed before the people of Kerala. Sir, when the high-speed railway corridors was announced, we were expecting one announcement for Kerala also, but it was also denied.